What if the Chicago Bears' future hinged on the health of a rookie? Could a fleeting moment of injury blur the vision for a new era crafted under the watchful eyes of Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams? As we dive deeper into training camp, whispers swirl stronger than ever, sending chills down the spines of die-hard Bears fans. Hit that like button, subscribe for every heart-stopping twist, and let it be known, are you ready for this season to be a redemption tale or a heartbreaking saga? Inside Hollis Hall, tension is palpable. Rumors dance through the air, thick as the humid August breeze off Lake Michigan. Concerns spiral around the newest talent on the roster, Luther Burden, a potential game-changer now shrouded in uncertainty. The chatter is persistent. What happens as this soft tissue injury lingers longer than hope? Are the ghosts of past Bears draft mistakes whispering in the shadows of camp? As Coach Johnson delivered his latest update to reporters, one could almost hear the collective breath holding across Bears Nation. Yes, Burden's absence sends a ripple of anxiety through the minds of fans. After all, this kid was a five-star sensation, the talk of the town. He turned heads at Mizzou with an eye-popping 86 catches for over 1,200 yards. He's a speedster, a playmaker who eludes defenders like a shadow. If only he can shake this injury bug. But let's be clear, this isn't just about Burden. This is about the fate of an entire franchise staring into the uncertain abyss. Picture it. The electric atmosphere of Soldier Field, the roars, the chants, the long-awaited returns to glory ringing through the streets of Chicago. Fans clamor for a legacy, for heroes to rise like Peyton, Urlacher, and Hester, legends who etch their mark into Chicago's DNA. Yet there's a gnawing fear. What if Burden's injury extends beyond just a few days? What if the development of Caleb Williams is stunted without his go-to receiver? The offense needs rhythm. His chemistry with Williams is vital, and without it, this whole new era could be slipping through our fingers before it even starts. Can they bounce back from yet another setback? The stakes couldn't be higher. Imagine what if this injury morphs into an insurmountable barrier, keeping Burden sidelined weeks into the season. Could we all be left reminiscing about what could have been while the Green Bay Packers toast to yet another subpar Bears season? But wait, here's the kicker. We have to ask ourselves, could this open the door for someone else? A hidden gem? A player waiting to make their mark amid the chaos? Or will this be the crushing blow that makes us question everything? The fervor is real, a tangible energy that surges through the veins of every Bears fan as we peek over the precipice of what's possible and what's perilous. Yet here we are, on the edge, where fortune smiles upon the brave, and we are holding our breath, waiting for that next twist. What door will open, or will another close tight like a jinx? The unknown looms, and we can't ignore it. Is this the defining moment, or just another bump in the road for our beloved Bears? Do the answers lie just beyond the horizon or buried within this very moment? Part 2 is lurking, don't dare miss it. Listen up, Bears Nation, because if you've ever screamed at the TV in a frauding rage after watching a fourth quarter, collapse, or felt the stab of betrayal when that double doink rang out like a funeral bell echoing through Soldier Field, then you know we're standing at a crossroads of fate that screams for a reaction. We are not just fans here. We're a family of battered warriors who fought through the despair and the heartbreak that comes with living and dying with the Bear emblem stitched on our hearts. Are we really ready to believe that this year can possibly be different? Will we dare to dream that dream again, despite the growing chorus of doubt creeping in with every passing season? Because, let me tell you, walking through those hallowed halls of Hollis can either ignite the flame of hope or amplify the dread that haunts this franchise, and the whispers from the locker room are nothing short of chilling. Picture this. The front office is scrutinizing every little decision, their brow wrinkled with concern as they grapple with the reality of what's happening on that field. But what if this team is on the verge of a resurrection, a rebirth of the ferocity that once defined our glory days? Just imagine if the next quarterback, the next playmaker, The next icon could finally harness that power of Chicago grit, joins the ranks of Singletary's unyielding spirit, or Ehrlicher's sheer dominance. But now take a step back and think, what if this was merely another mirage, another false dawn in a long line of disappointment stretching back to '85? The Packers and the Lions are already snickering behind closed doors, questioning whether we're destined to ride the waves of mediocrity once more, and their confidence grows with each misstep we take. In these critical moments, when the stakes could not be higher, can we trust our coaching staff to steer this ship in the right direction? Can they craft a game plan that makes defenses quake in their cleats like they did for Hester on those electrifying returns that sent fans into a frenzy? Or are we destined for another season where the echoes of the past haunt us, where all those scars from the 2006 NFC Championship to the gut-wrenching plays of 2018 loom larger than life, reminding us of what could have been? The tension within the locker room is palpable. You could slice it with a knife, the weight of expectation hanging like a heavy fog over every practice, pushing players to the edge, testing their resolve like the wind whipping off Lake Michigan in late January. Every missed tackle, every bad throw, it's all on display for the world to see. A fragile glass house trembling on its foundation. Now imagine an early playoff exit, the uproar, the disbelief it would send shockwaves, not just through the team, but throughout the city itself. Faithful fans would question their loyalty, their very beliefs shaken, chanting for change while recalling previous promises that fell apart like wet paper. And heaven help us if that chaos spills into the streets, with the rival factions in this city gloating over our misfortune. The very thought of another cycle of devastation is enough to turn die-hard optimists into cynical doubters. We want glory, redemption, and the taste of victory to wash away the bitterness that lingers like a bad hangover after a night spent reliving the worst moments of our shared history. Can we not, as a collective, rally behind this team, pushing them to find the heart of a champion, to awaken the sleeping giant that lies in the shadows? But as the days creep closer to the kickoff, I find myself wondering, deep in the core of this team's mission, where do we go from here? Do we have the stomach for one more gamble, or are we merely waiting for the next heartbreak to rear its ugly head? In a city caught in a whirlwind of hope and despair, we must confront a haunting question. What will it take for our Bears to find that spark, that fire deep within that transforms our pain into power? Because, my friends, what if this was the year that changed everything? Or was it just another chapter of despair in a long saga of what could have been?